our MX2 defending champion Brodie Connolly. Brodie back here at Wonthaggi once again to kickstart off the year. How's the past couple of months been for you and leading into the first round?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Had a real good pre-season here with the Beaton's Pro Formula crew. You know, all the boys are riding good, so yeah, we've had a solid 8 weeks, and I'm looking forward to getting into it tomorrow.
Is it a sense of comfort, you know, starting off the round here, to track you ride a lot during the week? You can sort of take that into your wheelhouse a little bit more than some of the other riders?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, we do a lot of riding here, so I mean, it helps a little bit, you know, being familiar with the area, but yeah, the track will be a lot different this weekend to what we ride it, so I guess, yeah, it'll be the same for everyone.
You know, we're expecting 2025 to probably be your last year here in Australia before moving on. Is that give that little bit more motivation to, you know, leave Australia as a 2-time champ and see what else you can do? What's the feelings with that?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously been working hard because, yeah, like you say, I want to take this as far as I can, and that's obviously out of Australia. So yeah, it'd be good to back this championship up, and then yeah, hopefully all going to plan, move on next year to bigger things.
I feel like you're a rider that doesn't tend to feel pressure on some cases. You know, it's pretty apparent throughout media, throughout the industry, a lot of people make you expect the person to go and win this championship the same way you did last year. Do you read into that? Do you feel that at all? Or is it just, hey, I'm going to do the same thing as I did last year and I'm probably going to be better?
Yeah, obviously the plan is to be better than last year. I have goals myself I want to do, and obviously it comes with a little bit of pressure, but yeah, I don't feel pressure so much from other people. It's more pressure I put on myself, and yeah, I just want to go do my job the best I can, and yeah, have another fun year.
Kirk Gibbs, a return to the KTM group here for Penrite ProMX for 2025. Does it feel like a homecoming? Are we back home with KTM, Kirk?
I mean, it wasn't such a big change for me. Obviously, it was still same group, same environment, just back under the orange tent. So yeah, it's cool. I love, you know, always been full circle coming back to KTM. So always enjoy it, always love it. Feels normal. So yeah, just trying to get as comfy as possible.
You're one of these veteran riders in the class that choose that motocross only platform in your racing, which means you've just had a lot of the remainder of last year off the bike, no racing. How's that look for you? And you know, pre-season, what's it been like leading into Wonthaggi?
Yeah, I think it is a long time off, but you know, being a little bit older, it is good for me. It really lights the flame for me because I get to have a bit of time off and not just be grinding the whole time. So you know, 2 months off, and you know, just really gets me excited to go racing again. So having that time off, and then just being into pre-season, working, grinding, just chipping away again, trying to be better every year again. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm in a decent spot and just need to just execute on the weekend.
You know, it was a real positive end to 2024 for ProMX for you, and you know, the results. Is that something you build from and you look forward to 25? What's the expectation, you know, into Wonthaggi and these weeks roll in as we get to round 3, round 4?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I ended the season on a good note, which it's good for me. I definitely feel like I'm been in the best position this year than I have been in the previous years coming into the first round, just with getting the bike set up, dialed in. So I feel like we're a little bit closer this year, so that'll be good. But yeah, I still feel like there's room to improve. So yeah, definitely looking for a good result here. But yeah, just want to always just come out and put my best foot forward in a tough class.
Clout back here for the 2025 Penrite ProMX Championship here at Wonthaggi. Hey, you've had some good results here in the past, even I'm going to call it maybe some upsets previously for you. How are we feeling coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I feel good. You know, Wonthaggi's always that, I guess, question mark round with, you know, how things have been in the pre-season and, you know, how you're feeling and the bike setup and all that. But yeah, honestly, I'm coming in pretty confident this year, and yeah, ready to go. I'm excited to get out here. You know, the track can be, you never know what you're going to get, so that's always a bit of an exciting part too. But yeah, so far looks good and ready to go.
Is it almost a sense of, you know, confidence you coming into this year with a bike you've had, you know, a year of history on, spent a lot more time off in the pre-season, a healthy pre-season for you? Is it a different feeling than, years past, and especially last year with Kawasaki?
Yeah, it's this way. This year is a lot more relaxed. Like I was just saying that to the boys before. This almost feels like the most relaxed I've ever felt coming into a championship, and for whatever reason that is, if it's just the comfort with the team and my bike, myself, and the pre-season that I've had, and just overall with how I'm feeling with everything. So I'll run with that. If I'm feeling the way I'm feeling right now, I think it's going to translate across to the track and how I'm riding. So yeah, I'm excited to get out there, and we feel good. So I'm looking forward to it.
Early expectations for yourself. You can't win the championship at Wonthaggi, but you can lose it here. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's always, you got to come out of here with a strong result. Round one, it's not the most important round. There's so much hype to round one, obviously, and it's a long championship. So for me, if I can fight to be on the podium, that's definitely the goal. And but if not, I just want to minimise the points as close as I can to Kyle and Jed. They're going to be strong here. Everyone knows that. If I can run with them boys, be close to them, be on the podium, I feel like that's a win. So for me, that's the aim, and I think it's doable.
Noel Ferguson, you're another one of these riders for 2025 that has had that swap within teams, and for you, back to something more familiar, exactly like Kirk Gibbs. Take us through that, the last couple months, and coming back onto a European motorcycle.
Yeah, look, it's been great. Kind of just come back to home. It's been quite nice. So I fitted straight back in where I left off. So, and yeah, the bike, I can't really complain. It's been working just how it did before I left. So I'm pretty happy with everything and how it's sitting. So it's just walking back into some old shoes kind of thing.
Is it a comfort level where you get back on the bike and it feels like home, or is it because you have settings to go to? What's that first feeling been like?
I'd feel just comfort, like just everything. I've worked with these guys for a lot of years and throughout my junior career, and I've had a lot of success. So it's been just nice to come back and I don't know, just that nice feeling. So.
When we look back at ProMX last year, the way it ended at Queensland Moto Park, and then moving on to Supercross, started in a great direction and sort of really didn't end that well for you. Does that leave a chip on the shoulder for Noel Ferguson to go out here and prove everyone wrong, prove some people wrong? What was that feeling? Do you look back at 2024 and use that to motivate you for this year? How's that, mentally for you?
24 we had some great rides and shit rides. Honestly, it was highs and lows, but it's part of the sport. I had quite a good season until it wasn't a good season at the last round there at QMP. Same thing for Supercross. Started off really well, got my first ever overall in Supercross. So there's no chip on my shoulder. It's just I need to prove to myself. I don't need to prove to anyone how good I am. I just want to do it for me. So I'm happy where I'm at.
Our defending champion for 2025, Kyle Webster. Kyle, welcome to Wonthaggi. Going to do this again. Hey, number one on the bike, looks fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. I haven't really ridden with it yet, so when I saw it the other day for the first time, it looked sick. But yeah, back out here at Wonnie, looking forward to it. Track looks unreal, so I think we're in for a good one.
I find with a lot of riders, there's almost superstitions with riding with one, whether they stay their number. You always were going to run the one. You never thought. I see the 96 is in there as well, so you got a bit of both. Was there any ever thought you're always going to run the one?
Yeah, I never think of it as a superstition really. I sort of thought of it as like, if you earn it, run it. It's one of those things you always want to run as a kid, I suppose, or you see that person with the one, you want that. So if you got it, why not run it?
I like it. Hey, pressure coming into the first round. Last year for the team, for yourself to go after that title that, the team you haven't had before, you've got it now. Pressure leading into the weekend. Where's it at?
I don't know. I don't really feel it any different to normal. Obviously, yes, we won last year, so you got to defend it, but I still want to win again as much as I did last year or any other year. So I think it's the first round's always, you get to see how everyone's going, how the pre-seasons have been and whatever. So pressure doesn't feel too much more than any other year, really, to be honest with you. It's just more get through the weekend. This track's hard, everyone knows it, so if we can have a solid weekend, I think it'll be a good start to the year.
Is that something you can take into your wheelhouse though? You know, riding a track you guys ride so much, kicking the season off there, that's got to give you some type of confidence with familiar, something you do during the week with the same people. Does it just feel like another Wednesday at the track?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, I always say, like, it's not very often you get to stay in your own bed for one of these races, and especially it being the first one is definitely a nice feeling. It, yeah, like I said, makes it just feel like a day during the week, and just come here and get into it. Really, I think, other than it being, a lot of people here, that's how you got to treat it.
Going back to 2024, you wrap up the title. Made it very interesting, a tie for you guys at QMP, MX of Nations. You go there, get that done, come home, get some injuries sorted out, a little bit of Supercross. What's the run been like into round one and training, testing? Obviously, your biggest rival on the track is someone you train with during the week. How's that been?
Yeah, it's been really good. Obviously last year was unbelievable, especially towards the end there with Nations. QMP wasn't the best, but to win was really cool, and just try to bring that into this year, I suppose, and keep that momentum going. The team's been working really hard with this new bike. We've got in a really, really good spot, I feel. So I think that's all we can look for, really. Riding with Jed and stuff during the week, it's same thing. Nothing's really changed from last year. I think it's good for both of us. We push each other along, and like even Ross says, it's what helps us grow our own speed. So if we just keep working towards that, then it's good.
Is there anything you can take from last year? You hear it with people learning to win. In the case of, I found the way you won a lot of races last year was winning that second moto, getting on the top step of the podium. Is there anything you learnt differently last year that you take into this year, going, okay, we need to work on this. These are important. This isn't as much. What's that been like?
I think last year we obviously learnt a lot. Had a really, really solid year. Won a lot of races, but it was really only a handful of races that were sort of set me back a little. Obviously, I had a bad one at Maitland and at Horsham. So I think it's more about just eliminating those ones where it was, rather that maybe could have been a third, it was a fifth, So I think that's the biggest thing. Try not to have any more of those, and we should be in a good spot if we race like we did last year.
The number one looks good on Kyle Webster. Hey, good luck this weekend. Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Ryder Kingsford back in Wonthaggi for the 2025 Penrite ProMX Championship. Nice new livery here for the Yamaha racing team with Monster Energy Edition this year. Talk about that real quickly. Looks cool.
Yeah, the boys over here have done a mega job putting this all together over the off season. I mean, it's not every day you get to ride and be sponsored by Monster Energy, and especially a big company of that scale, and even Fox. So it's really cool. We've had a big change up this year, and at the end of the day, we may look different, but bike's still the same. I'm really feeling good on it at the moment. Ready to go out here for the weekend.
Is that almost like a bucket list part of it? Having that claw on the bike, on the body. It's something in our sport. That's what we'll strive to have. All these teams do. So to be a part of that, you were as well with CDR with World Supercross, and now to bring that back here to motocross for you's got to feel good.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as a little kid, you always look up to the big teams that are sponsored by, your Monster Energies. So to be able to ride around with the Monster Claw on my helmet and on the bike, it is a very surreal feeling. So as much as it's a surreal feeling and you want to do well, I also want to go out there and still keep my head held high and go out there and get the best results that I possibly can.
How have the recent months been for you? Coming into the first round here, time on the bike. Take us through that. What's been happening for Ryder Kingsford?
Yeah, honestly, I think this has been my best pre-season to date. I had a few little niggling injuries at the end of last year, so I took a bit of time off once we finished with our World Supercross and got them to where they're 100% so that when I started riding again, I can ride to my full potential. And new trainers this year off the bike, so I'm really stoked with that. And I just feel like I'm in a really good spot at the moment.
For you coming into this, to this season as well, expectation, the picture gets painted like Brodie Connolly versus everyone else. For you, does that almost fire you up a little bit more to prove people wrong, to prove, to change that narrative? What's that feeling like?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously Brodie had a great year last year, can't doubt that. I mean, he won pretty much close to every round we had, so he had a really good year. And I mean, we ride here a lot, train them every day. I think at the moment I'm in a really good spot. I like where I'm feeling and how the bike feels and how I feel, so Yeah, I mean, the narrative can be on Brodie a lot, but at the end of the day, we all start behind that gate at the same time, so I'm looking forward to it.
Great to see you here at Wonthaggi. Good luck for the weekend, Ryder. Thank you.
Thank you very much.